afternoon. It is another rainy day. Another crash day, apparently. I'm glad I took my meds before I fell asleep. Or before I shouldn't say fell asleep, because I intentionally laid down. But only meant to sleep until 9. And it's now 1:30. And I just woke up. Like 15 minutes ago. Realized, oh, crud. I gotta get my booty to the post office and get these packages mailed out. It's gonna cost me a small fortune, but that's okay. Because in the end, it's about the act and not the money, right? So, couple weeks ago, I joined a Facebook group, and like literally the day that I joined, within hours actually of when I joined, somebody had posted in the group that they had just moved like to my name, my area. I mean, literally, she moved the next town over. And they're living in a small space, so she's having to get rid of all of her crafting supplies. And the group it's a buy nothing group, so it's designed to, no buying, no selling. It's all about trades, swaps, giveaways. Now, I'm part of other buy nothing groups, but they're by towns. And, the buy nothing is part of is a greater movement. And the other group that I'm in, you're not even allowed to ask for shipping. But it's in the same town as, it's designed to work within your own community. Whereas this Buy Nothing Junk Journal group is, international. So it makes sense that this group allows you to ask for shipping, whereas the local Buy Nothing doesn't. But so far, I have not. I've paid for all the shipping for everything that I've sent out. But anyway, I answered this. I'm like, she's like, is anybody near, Richland, Washington that, wants my stuff? And I'm like, oh my gosh, me, I'm like 20 minutes away. And so, I don't know what I was getting, craft supplies. I mean, it could have been anything. But it's a junk journal group, so relative expectation of what it might be. But I got it home, I went through it, and there was a lot of wood block rubber stamps. And I already have a ton of stamps. If you watched any of my craft videos, my junk journal videos, I've got a lot of stamps. I'm obsessed with stamps. I buy them even when I don't need them. And I didn't even really look through them. I just kind of organized them a little bit by size, so they could all fit within a certain space until I could get rid of them. And I finally just posted back in the group because that was the one commitment I made, was that because I got them for free, that I was going to give them back for free. And I posted them in my local group, and there wasn't there was no interest whatsoever. Nobody responded. So I posted back in that original Facebook group that I got them from. And so I got way more responses than I expected. interested. I am not sending out that many packages, although I am sending out quite a bit. And so I ordered some, small flat rate boxes from the post office, and I had to wait for those to come in. And I just, filled the boxes with what I could until I ran out. One lady in particular was looking for large background stamps, which I had a lot of. And so she's actually the only person that I've asked to pay for shipping, because hers was going out in a medium flat rate, and it's a lot more expensive because and she was going to be getting a ton of stamps, more than other people. She was willing to pay the $17 for flat rate shipping. And then there was another person who is recovering from heart and lung surgery. And so she's bedridden still. And so I'm sending her, I packed up the rest of everything that was left of my stamps. Threw in some paper punches, some glue sticks. Just kind of made her a little care package, and I'm going to send that off to her. And I'm paying for the flat rate, the medium flat rate shipping on that one. And I also have 6 small flat rate boxes that I am sending out that I will also pay the shipping for. Those ones I'm going to have weighed first, because they potentially could be cheaper going by weight versus flat rate, but I won't know that until I get to the post office, obviously, and they can weigh it and let me know. All the times I've been here, you guys have never seen a truck. Told you, trucks come down this road. And they come around that blind corner to the left there, so it's always, that stop always scares me. Pulling out onto the road, because I never really know. But all of those stamps are now in bags, in boxes, in the backseat of my truck on the way to the post office. It gave me 2 more 12 by 12 plastic storage bins. They're 12 by 12 by probably 3 inches tall. Most crafters have seen the boxes and probably know what I'm talking about. People store their 12 by 12 papers in it. But I now have 2 extra empty ones, which is nice. Oh, look, another semi. Which is nice because it creates extra flat storage. I haven't even figured out what I'm going to use them for, surprisingly enough. But I will figure it out. I will figure something out. I don't even know. When I laid down, I literally only meant to sleep for 45 minutes. And I don't remember my alarm going off. I don't know. I'm assuming that I slept through it. Because I don't remember turning over and turning it off. And if I did, that means I turned it off, and then flipped back over, because I was still laying on the same side I was laying on when I laid down. So I think I just totally slept through the alarm, which is crazy because it goes off every 5 minutes for 20 minutes. So it's kind of crazy to think that I slept through that. But I also hadn't been to sleep yet until I went to lay down. as usual, is all janked up. All janked up. I'm really, really, really thirsty right now. Like major cotton mouth. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do any filming today other than this drive. So it'll be 2 o'clock by the time I get back to the house. I don't know. I'll think about it. I will think about it. I'm still feeling very gut punched and knowing that my channel fell into a dark algorithm. I pulled the video down because when I started looking at my analytics, I saw like other channels that my subscribers watch and other content that my subscribers watch, other videos that have suggested me, and you. You. And so I was like, yuck, 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 yuck. And so I pulled the video that started it all, pulled that down, unlisted it, which unfortunately, you know, that took 600 watch hours away. But that means those pervs watched 600 hours of that video. And that's ew. But it is what it is. So far, no, you know, my subscriber count's the same, but I imagine that once people realize that the video they're looking for is not there, the sickos will unsub. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with losing the 600 hours. And unfortunately, it also means a change for future videos on this channel that will no longer feature my granddaughter. So, well, I'm at the post office. Let me go get these mailed off, and we'll be back. 2 seconds for you, probably 20 minutes for me. All right, I am back. Yeah, 25 minutes. And I prepared everything in priority boxes because I figured, you know, given the weight that in all likelihood it would be cheaper to send priority mail. Now, typically people do, you know, priority mail when, you know, you want the insurance, you know, you want the tracking number, da-da-da-da-da. That part's not, I mean, it's not super important to me because, I mean, if it gets lost in the mail and somebody else gets it, it still serves my purpose, which is getting it out of my craft room. Just kind of sucks for the people that are expecting it if it gets lost. But at the same time, it's like, you know, but it's ridiculous that it's cheaper to send things priority and get all the bells and whistles than it is to just send something by weight. Like those boxes just cost, the little small ones cost me $10 each to send. But by weight, they would have cost me $18. It's ridiculous. Good morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I am doing great. I am going to do a large, let's do a 24-ounce iced Snickers.
Ice Snickers? Perfect. Is that good for you?
Yeah.
Just 7 even. Here's that back for you.
Thank you. So yeah, $18 a box versus 10. It's crazy. So I do it 10 and I get insurance and tracking. 18 I get neither. Makes no sense. Shipping within the United States is weird. But in anticipating the cost, I was right on. $95 to send out 8 packages all across the United States. And hopefully make some happy crafters. I don't come here very often, so I've not ever actually looked at their menu. Cookies, muffins, Danish bagel, breakfast sandwiches.
Alright, here's that for you, my dear.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
You too.
That's a really hard shift on my truck. What was that all about? Another little coffee shop there, it looked like. I wish I could remember if our Dollar General up here had seeds, like garden seeds. I don't want to stop and find out. A, I'd have to pause the video and splice a third one in. And B, as you can see, it's starting to rain, and I really don't want to get out and get back in. Just gonna be honest. Don't really feel like being in the rain. And I guess I should get home and get my dogs back in the house. before it like dumps. Get them inside so they're not wet, cold. Sitting here thinking about, the rain and stuff. It's crazy that whoever, the weather app on my phone. Let's go this way. Let's take a different route today. And my bag fell over and dumped in my floorboard. Yay! But whoever runs that app on my phone, wherever it's at, it's crazy that their weather predictions are more accurate than our local weatherman. I mean, I guess I always assume they got their information from the same place. Like from NOAA or something. Ooh, that truck up there stinks. He's burning something. Get some recirc going in here. Whew. Why isn't my recirculation turning on? Inside my car instead of this truck that's in front of me. It smells like he's burning coal in the bed of his truck. It's like, versus whatever's coming from his truck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow up. Seeing that log cabin that we just passed on the wood house over here on the right reminds me. So over off to the left and a couple roads over, there was an actual log cabin that was built. It was a really nice house. And a mentally unstable, rejected ex-boyfriend the daughter actually burnt the house down. And I was following his case for a long time, and then I don't know why I stopped. But hey, I'm gonna have to find the article. I'll have to Google it and find the name of the guy, and then run in through Odyssey and find out whatever happened. You know, is he still waiting on trial? Did it go through trial already, and he's, you know, sitting in prison for arson? What's the follow-up on that? I'll have to look. Oh, I can't look on calendar on my phone. My phone is busy. Another case that I'm following, that's here local. I know I programmed into my calendar when his next pre-trial is, and I want to say it's at the end of the month. Just can't remember for sure. Look on my calendar. It's frustrating because that's a 2001 case and it hasn't even gotten through pre-trial yet, because every time they come for a pre-trial hearing, there's another reason his attorney is not prepared to go to trial. The last one was oh, well, two pre-trials ago it came in. Well, we haven't interviewed the victims yet. And I'm it's been since 2021, July of 2021. Why are we in August of 2023 and still haven't interviewed the victims? What is the deal with that? And then it's and then the last pre-trial, his attorney again, we're not prepared for trial. We have not received reports from CPS. Why, after 2 years, are you just now trying to get them? It's frustrating. That one's a personal. This other one, I didn't know any of the parties involved. It's just, happened in our community. And it was a house I loved. It was such a nice house. But this other one is personal. I know all parties involved. I just don't get. I hate our justice system around. And I don't know if it's everywhere, but in this county, I hate it. Because people are walking around free for years after they've committed a crime. Years while waiting to go to trial. And then they go to trial, and all this time that they've been walking around free doing whatever they wanted then counts as time off. And I'm makes me angry. Makes me angry. Seems like it's become the norm in our county to waive speedy trial, waive speedy trial, waive speedy trial, waive speedy trial. There's no such thing as a speedy trial in this county. None whatsoever. Look them up when I get home. So this is the old highway before they built the one that's the 2-laner off to the left. sucks because this road's fine. You know, it runs parallel to it. There's no reason that we, other than traffic, that we needed a second highway or a new highway, a bigger highway. Caught up to Mr. Trucker Man. Breaking the law. He can't read his license plate. That truck looks so gross. Yeah, he's hauling some construction material of some sort. Like asphalt, tar. Though I don't think tar would be in an open. Probably asphalt, especially considering where he's going, which is all the new development, more housing going in up there. So yeah, it's probably asphalt. Just, but yeah, you can tell by the back of his truck that he hauls grimy stuff because it was like caked on. So, as you can see, I mean, that road just, you know, dumps me out. Same place as if I'd have taken the highway. Get home, set up my new thermometers for my dragons. Nice to have, like, good thermometers in there. Well, I mean, I got paid $6 for, $9 for 6 thermometers. So, I mean, they're not going to be super high quality, but hopefully they are more accurate than the ones I have currently. The ones I have right now just kind of sit in the tank or in the enclosure. And they get buried all the time. I'm constantly having to hunt for them. They get buried under the substrate, which, you know, is not super effective at telling me what the ambient temperature is because now it's under sand and coconut fiber, everything else. So it'll be the ones that I bought have like the gauge sits on the outside of the enclosure and it's got little wire gauges that hang inside. So hopefully I'll get some more accurate readings on the temperature within my cages. Now that I'm not behind that truck, I can turn recirc off and stop freezing my booty off in my truck. But yeah, it's they got the little probes that hang on the inside, and so as cheap as they were, I'm hoping they work well. At least better than the ones that are in there. And so there's 6 in the package because it was cheaper than buying 4, which always cracks me up. So I'll have one for the hot side, one for the cold side, times 2 enclosures, and then 2 spares. Reed and Sagan have really mangled that little pen fence, gate, wall, whatever you want to call it. Sonia's in the middle going, that's my food. Hello? That is my food. into the house to figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of my today. If you're still with me, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button. Keep me in the algorithm. Get me into a better algorithm. And hit the notification bell so you know when I drop more videos. Talk to you later. Bye.